thanks for staying with us. A few comments. So somebody said that, says what's happening in the Middle Belt or North Central Nigeria goes far beyond mere land disputes. The majority of those being killed are Christians, and these are clearly targeted attacks aimed at reducing a certain population. This is not just conflict, the amount to genocide. Armed groups are killing residents and forcibly taking over their villages. My security guard's father was brutally killed, along with several other villages in Nasarawa State 2 weeks ago. Sadly, not a single mainstream media outlet reported the incident. I sincerely pray that this wave of violence does not spread to the south. And that's one of the issues we have. Yes, Benue is one state that has been covered, but there are a lot of killings happening in various pockets around the country, and it's not being well covered by the mainstream media. People know, we just hear that people died. So you hear me, I was saying, somebody went to the market to go and buy, I think, was it ram or something from the customer? And this customer was not there because his father was killed. Oh. You know, and he had to go back home to bury the father. And we just so know, he kind of gets close.
This actually got coverage. We must celebrate VDM's going there.
They tried.
The truth is, VDM, like him or hate him, has brought a lot of attention to what happened in Benue State. Yes, Benue has lost a lot of people, more than this in one single attack, that did not get this much coverage. There are some people, young people, who don't watch mainstream news, who would never have heard of what is happening in Benue State if VDM did not go there and cover it. So yes, I want to celebrate and appreciate VDM for this action, for carrying the matter on his head, so to say, and to the detriment of his own life, because there are risks to this thing. So this is one good thing that is done amongst many other good things he's done, and I must acknowledge it. I would like us to go beyond, like the comments the person said on the comments. There are other communities that are facing this type of crisis. The government should address if it is actually religious or it is ethnic cleansing. And let's not say this is snippets of comments being said in different corners, because when we don't address the issue, things will continue to spread.
If we don't call it what it is. We don't call the issue what it is. You're just going to be skirting around it. Let me take Samson. I've been calling holding for a while. Good morning, Samson. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I just want to go straight to the main point.
Yes.
Before now, we'll be having these killings. Okay? I think the lady, you guys are doing a very good job. You've said it all. It is not Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government that inherited all these things, these killings. General Olubumi make a statement on channels one time. He exposed a lot of things and nothing is being done. He said he was the one, he's among the panel that investigated the first incident that of Boko Haram and all these bandits that started. Until date, nothing is being done. The only prayer we have right now is for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president, to be able to take the bull by the horn and revert back to what that general said. Because he said it on national TV, and arrest those people that were involved. He shouldn't be scared of anybody. The people are with him. He should arrest them. People like Erufai should not be walking along the street. He should be arrested.
Let's be careful.
This is politics. They want to destroy his government. They are making it in such a way that they want to make his government ungovernable for him. And the people will not take it. They should go after them. He should take the bull by the horn and go after those people that the general mentioned. He mentioned it on national TV. They are there. He should pick them up and investigate them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Samson. Let's be careful in mentioning names on TV.
I have a few comments here.
Okay, go ahead.
Ngo Chichem says, my cousin died last month as there was an attack on my village in Gwe, East Local Government of Benue State. Oladidi says, if evil perpetrators are not caught, they get bolder and cause more widespread damage. Nigeria should wake up. Olufemi says they are not sleeping. That's, responding to the security chiefs. So the problem is that our logistics should be upgraded. When the Nigerian army struck, Amnesty International Nigeria accused them of killing. So Atu Niger says we simply need to recruit more into the security forces. We need 2 million at least. Kinetic technology training. The only thing we have never tried is recruiting heavily into our security forces. I also agree. I think we don't have enough personnel to handle some of these issues from the different states that's coming in. We need to look into that. A lot of young people are not interested anymore in getting into security forces. What can we do? Because we all can't, to get them in. We all can't just sit down
and can't use English to fight this.
Yes, what can we do to ensure that there are young people who are, is there any way we can reduce maybe the criteria just because of the issues we want to solve locally? Make it attractive for them to get into the forces.
So according to this report, meanwhile, efforts to support displaced population is underway. The State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and United Nations Human Resource and Humanitarian, Red Cross, and the International Organization of Migration, all of them are putting together, they are coordinating things together to help the internally displaced people from Makurdi International Market. According to the reports, it says over 3,000 individuals, including many women and children, have been displaced and are in urgent need of food, non-food items, potable water, and essential medical supplies. As of last night, displacement figures stood at 1,069 households comprising of 6,527 individuals. Among them were 1,768 females, 759 males, 657 children, and so many others. I mean, it's just quite mothers lactating, adults, old people, 91 elderly. Quite all of them are in need of supplies at this time. So we need to do all our humanitarian services must be channeled towards the churches, mosques. This is the time for us to see what they can do to support those internally displaced in those areas. I mean, I know Two-Face also put it, yes, from Benue State, and there was a video he put out that he was speaking. It went viral. He was also calling on the government to do what they must to stop these killings. Toko, you're going to say something?
I'm just going to say that, I'd mentioned earlier that the long-term fundamental solution might include creating a proper distinction between the headsmen stuff that we've discussed over and over again. And that is because I'm not saying headers are criminals, because I've interacted with them. I came on the show one day and I said, I met headers on my farm, and I simply told them to shift, and they shifted. They said, because the fear my team had was that these people are going to kill us or something. No, majority of headers are actually innocent, hard-working Nigerians. It is the criminal element. And they said that there are some of them that come from other countries. Like in this particular Benue attack story, the coverage that Secretary said some come from Niger and from across the border, and that these, even from the way they talk, you know that they're not speaking our local Nigerian languages, that they are foreigners that are coming to attack within Nigeria. So it's not. We just need to be more decisive on how we are dealing with this issue, like it is affecting our family members. Maybe we need to think of it in that way. Let's not wait until it gets close to home before we now deal with it decisively.
Let me take Ogbanago. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Sister Morayo.
Good morning, sir.
And the other ladies. My name is Ogbanago Mohammed Ibrahim. Thank you. I think, according to the last caller, this is what we do, most of the presidents of this country, when people start telling them, it's because of the next election, sir. These people are trying to destroy your government and all that. And you see them, they will now start playing politics instead of them to sit down rightly and say, look, this is insecurity. Let me see how to tackle it headlong. And people will start playing politics with it. I know a whole lot of people will be with, with the president, these people are trying to destroy your government. Let the president come out with a categorical statement that, look, these criminals, people must not stay in other people's farms. People must not, because the same former President Buhari made the same mistake by telling Benue people, look, go back and stay in peace with your neighbors. My neighbor cannot be in the bush. My neighbor cannot be in my farm. My neighbor cannot go and be destroying my farm.
Exactly.
In as much as some of us will tell you, I am from Kogi State, right? And we know some of these criminals are not just the people we are calling, they are Fulani and all that. There are indigenous criminals that are there in conjunction with these people coming. So we must be careful when we are doing this. But Mr. President must make a categorical statement of that. Stop this killing. This army, police, all these people will go to this bush and touch these people out. Not until when it happens.
Right. Yeah. Really sad.
We have a fan on YouTube, Gowon Abdul. He says, Morayo, I lost all my family members, my father, my mother, and all my family members in same attack in Bokos, local government area of the state. This is pure land grabbing, not farmer headers clash. We're so sorry for that.
Really sorry
That's
for
deep.
May their souls rest in peace. Really sad. I was going to take a message from the Sultan of Sokoto, who has strongly condemned the recent killings in Benue, expressing deep pain and disturbance over the loss of innocent lives. The condemnation is contained in the statement issued by his secretary, Professor Khalid Aliyu, on Monday, that's today. says that the leadership, under the leadership of Sultan of Sokoto, is deeply pained and genuinely disturbed by the renewed spate of gruesome killings and bloodletting in parts of Benue State, where scores of innocent and defenseless citizens have been massacred. How long will such senseless killings continue to occur in Nigerian soil? Why has it remained so difficult to security agencies to preempting such catastrophic occurrences on our national lives? They also described the killings as a barbaric act, inhumane, ungodly, and a complete betrayal of our common values as human beings. And it was important to hear this from the Sultan of Sokoto, because sometimes, you know, when we put ethnic and religious colors on things, when the leaders come out to show that this has nothing to do with religion, really, this is just people who want to take advantage or conquer and grab, as you said, real estate, grab land and kill people, get them to flee so they can take over their land. We need to call it what it is. It's a crime. Yeah, it is a crime. So that's why we be very careful not to use so much of ethnic, but the truth is that it happens.
But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. So, you know, we also have precedents of how we can handle this. I remember, I think in 2015, Ghana had the same issue. But how they handled it was to order shoot at sight. Anybody you see who goes against, you know, grazing publicly and all of that, shoot at sight, and they were able to resolve the issue, right? So there's precedence on how this can. It's not like, we don't know how to solve this issue. There's no, but are we willing? Do we have the political will because of our many interests to go this way? Because that's the only solution that I see that will work for me.
You know, I have to wrap up on this, but I think we must remind ourselves that security is usually intelligence-driven, and we can't continue to be reactive. We can't continue to wait until something happens, and then they come out with the regular rhetoric. We will fish them out. You know, I can almost write the headlines. We're having a committee. We know there's going to be a power committee, the delegation sent to that place to see, investigate. We see this high-powered delegation is going to Makurdi to see what happens.
Come back and
We're tired and done with those rhetorics. What we want is decisive leadership. What we want is decisive strategic attack, strategic decision on what needs to be done to put an end permanently to this senseless massacre of innocent Nigerians. I think we can wrap up on this. Let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.